Welcome, tennis fans, sports enthusiasts, and everyone tuning in from across the globe to what is rapidly shaping up to be one of the most electrifying, unpredictable, and downright thrilling matches of the 2026 grass court season. You are locked into our exclusive, live, comprehensive coverage and breakdown of the Berlin Open, broadcasting directly to you as the action unfolds on the hallowed grounds of the Steffi Graf Stadium in Germany. We are talking about a first-round collision that feels like a Grand Slam final. We are talking about the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. On one side of the net, we have the phenomenal, the sensational, the pride of the Philippines, 21-year-old Alexandra Eala. On the other side, standing tall with the confidence of a newly crowned champion, is the resilient, the battle-tested, the Olympic silver medalist from Croatia, 29-year-old Donna Vekić. If you are joining us right now, do not touch that dial, do not click away, and do not let the stream out of your sight. You need to watch this before it gets taken down, because the level of tennis being displayed today is an absolute masterclass, and we're going to break down every single angle, every single narrative, and every single shot that makes this matchup a quintessential modern tennis epic. Let us set the stage and truly understand the magnitude of what we are witnessing today, the 17th of June, 2026. The Berlin Open, known formally as the Eco-Trans Ladies Open, is not just a pit stop on the WTA Tour. It is a premier WTA 500 event that serves as the ultimate litmus test for the grass court season. It is the crucible where champions forge their weapons ahead of the championships at Wimbledon. When you step onto the lush, pristine grass of the Steffi Graf Stadium, you're not just playing an opponent. You are playing against history, against the elements, and against the immense pressure of a European summer swing. And into this high-pressure environment walk two women who are carrying the absolute best form of their respective careers. First, let us talk about Donna Vekić. The Croatian veteran arrived in Berlin not just with her luggage, but with a tidal wave of momentum that has captivated the entire tennis world. Just days ago, she achieved something that sounds like it was written in a Hollywood script. Entering the prestigious Queen's Club Championships in London as a lucky loser, Vekić defied every odd, every expectation, and every critic to storm through the draw. She culminated that miraculous run by completely dismantling home favorite and former U.S. Open champion Emma Raducanu in a breathtaking final, winning her fifth career WTA singles title and her very first at the WTA 500 level. That victory catapulted her an astonishing 44 spots up the global rankings, vaulting her from number 76 back into the elite territory at number 32 in the world. She is playing with the kind of free-swinging, unburdened confidence that only comes from knowing you've just pulled off the impossible. Vekić is a player who thrives on pace. Her flat, powerful ground strokes penetrate the fast grass courts like a hot knife through butter. She knows how to move on this surface. She knows how to serve on this surface. And as a 2024 Wimbledon semifinalist, she knows exactly what it takes to break down an opponent's spirit when the ball stays low and the rallies get fast. But across the net stands a young woman who refuses to be intimidated by resumes or recent titles. Alexandra Eala is not just a rising star anymore. She is a supernova exploding onto the upper echelons of the sport. At just 21 years old, Eala is carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire nation on her shoulders, and she is wearing that pressure like a crown. Just weeks ago, Eala lifted the trophy at the Birmingham Open, securing her second career WTA 125 title. She showcased an evolution in her game that is truly frightening for the rest of the tour. Eala has transformed from a baseline grinder into an aggressive, proactive all-court player who is entirely comfortable dictating play. Furthermore, she already has a psychological edge in this specific rivalry. If we look back to January of this year, at the ASB Classic in Auckland, Eala and Vekić crossed paths on the hard courts. In that encounter, Vekić seemed to have the upper hand, but Eala demonstrated a champion's resolve, mounting a ferocious, come-from-behind victory in 3 grueling sets. Eala proved that day that she can absorb Vekic's heavy artillery and redirect it with interest. The dynamics of this match are endlessly fascinating because they present a profound clash of generations, styles, and immediate circumstances. You have Vekić, the seasoned veteran, coming off the high of a massive tournament win, potentially battling the physical and emotional fatigue that inevitably follows such a triumphant week. And then you have Eala, the hungry, dynamic youngster, armed with a wild card entry, well rested after a brief stumble in London, and absolutely desperate to make a massive statement against a highly ranked opponent. The grass surface adds an incredibly complex layer to this tactical chess match. Grass is unforgiving. It demands perfect footwork, split-second decision-making, and an unwavering commitment to aggressive tennis. Vekic's flat, driving forehand is a weapon of mass destruction on grass, designed to skid the court and rush the opponent into errors. Eala, conversely, utilizes exceptional court coverage, brilliant anticipation, and a heavy, spinning lefty forehand that she uses to open up impossible angles. The juxtaposition of Vekic's linear power against Eala's geometric precision is what makes this encounter absolutely unmissable. As we stream this live, we are looking at a matchup that has implications far beyond the second round of the Berlin Open. For Donna Vekić, this is about solidifying her resurgence. It is about proving that her miraculous run in London was not a fluke, but the dawn of a new, dominant chapter in her late 20s. A deep run here in Germany could potentially secure her a crucial seeding at Wimbledon, altering the entire trajectory of her summer. For Eala, this match represents a golden opportunity to claim a marquee scalp. Defeating the newly crowned Queen's Club champion on grass would send shockwaves through the WTA Tour. It would announce to the world, and to the top 10 players waiting in the draw, like Aryna Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina, that Alexandra Eala has arrived, and she is a genuine threat on the fastest surface in tennis. The stakes could not be higher, the narratives could not be richer, and the quality of play we are anticipating is simply off the charts. Settle in, grab your snacks, and prepare yourself for an absolute war of attrition, power, and tactical brilliance. This is Eala versus Vekić. This is the Berlin Open. And this is exactly why we love the sport of tennis. Now that we have established the monumental context of this encounter, let us dive deep into the microscopic details, the tactical nuances, and the live updates that are dictating the flow of this incredible match. If you are tracking the live progress with us, you know that the drama is already unfolding exactly as we predicted, with breathtaking intensity and zero margin for error. Let us break down the biomechanics and the tactical execution we are seeing on the court right now. Donna Vekic's service motion is a crucial barometer of her confidence. When Vekić is serving well, she uses a highly fluid, abbreviated toss that disguises the direction of her delivery beautifully. On a grass court, where the ball inherently bounces lower and faster, a heavily sliced wide serve out to the deuce court or a flat rocket down the tee on the ad court becomes almost unreturnable. Vekić is trying to establish dominance early in her service games to avoid being dragged into long, lung-busting rallies. We know from her statistics at Queen's Club that when her first serve percentage hovers above 65%, she wins over 80% of those points. Her strategy against Eala is transparent but incredibly difficult to stop. Serve big, step inside the baseline on the return, and flatten out the backhand down the line to take time away from the young Filipino. Vekić wants first-strike tennis. She wants to keep the points under 4 shots. If the rally extends beyond 5 or 6 strokes, the physics of the matchup begin to favor Eala. Eala, on the other hand, is executing a masterclass in counterpunching and controlled aggression. As a left-handed player, Eala possesses a natural geometric advantage. Her cross-court forehand naturally targets Vekic's backhand, which is a solid shot, but not the devastating weapon her forehand is. Eala's objective is to construct points that force Vekić to hit on the run. Vekic's movement, while vastly improved, can still be exposed when she is forced to change directions rapidly on a slippery grass surface. Eala is utilizing her phenomenal footwork to track down Vekic's initial aggressive strikes, floating deep, neutralizing slices to reset the point, and then waiting for the short ball to attack. What we are witnessing in real time is a fascinating psychological battle regarding court positioning. Vekić is desperately trying to hug the baseline, trying to dictate the tempo and suffocate Eala with pace. Eala is employing a brilliant elastic defense. She drops back 2 or 3 feet behind the baseline to return the heavy first serves, giving herself an extra fraction of a second to read the spin and depth. But the moment Eala senses a drop in pace, or the moment she hits a deep, penetrating ground stroke, she surges forward, taking the ball on the rise and robbing Vekić of the time she desperately needs to set up her massive swings. Let us analyze the mental fortitude required in a match of this caliber. Tennis is often described as boxing without physical contact, and the psychological blows these two are trading are immense. Eala knows she beat Vekić earlier this year. That memory is a source of immense power. When Eala faces a break point, she isn't thinking about Vekic's recent title. She is remembering how she broke Vekić down in Auckland. She knows Vekić can get tight when forced to play an extra ball. Conversely, Vekić is riding a wave of emotional euphoria, but euphoria can quickly turn frustration when things are not clicking perfectly. Vekić has historically struggled with her temper when her unforced error count rises. Eala's entire game plan is designed to be a physical manifestation of frustration for her opponents. She makes you play one more ball. She retrieves the impossible, and she forces you to go for targets that are just a little too close to the lines. Looking at the broader tournament landscape, the winner of this match does not get a reprieve. The Berlin Open draw is notoriously stacked, and waiting in the wings are the titans of the WTA. A potential second-round clash with the world number 2, Elena Rybakina, looms large for whoever survives this battle. Rybakina, a former Wimbledon champion herself, represents the ultimate test on grass with her devastating serve and lethal ground strokes. Therefore, both Eala and Vekić are not just playing to win today. They are playing to find the absolute peak of their form, knowing that anything less than perfection will not be enough in the next round. Eala is treating this tournament as her final exam before Wimbledon. She wants to prove that her success in Birmingham was not an isolated incident at a lower-tier event, but a genuine leveling up of her capabilities against the world's elite. For Vekić, maintaining this current level of play is about cementing her legacy. She has been on the tour for over a decade, experiencing the highest highs and battling through severe, career-threatening knee injuries. To be back in the top 32, winning titles on grass, is a testament to her unbelievable resilience. As the match progresses, pay close attention to the return statistics. On grass, breaking serve is a monumental task. The player who can neutralize the opponent's first serve, get the ball deep down the middle of the court to eliminate angles, and immediately transition into an aggressive posture will win this match. Eala's lefty slice serve out wide on the ad court is a nightmare for Vekić to handle, often pulling the Croatian entirely off the doubles alley and opening up the entire court for a simple forehand winner. Vekić must find a way to step in and take that return early. Perhaps chipping and charging put pressure on Eala's passing shots. Every single point is a high-stakes negotiation of speed, spin, and spatial awareness. The margins are razor-thin, and the quality is absolutely spectacular. As we begin to wrap up this extensive live breakdown, let's take a moment to truly appreciate the spectacle we have been privileged to analyze today. This match between Alex Eala and Donna Vekić at the Berlin Open has delivered on every single promise, providing a thrilling narrative of grit, tactical evolution, and the pure, unadulterated drama that only professional tennis can offer. We have seen the raw, unbridled power of veteran champion clashing spectacularly with the boundless energy and geometric brilliance of a rising superstar. Regardless of the final numbers on the scoreboard, the implications of this encounter will reverberate throughout the remainder of the grass court season and well into the hallowed halls of Wimbledon. For Donna Vekić, her presence on this court today is a victory in itself. Her story over the last 2 weeks is a powerful reminder of why we watch sports. To go from a lucky loser to a WTA 500 champion in London, and to immediately step back onto the courts in Berlin with such ferocity, demonstrates a competitive spirit that is genuinely inspiring. Vekić has shown that her weapons, the booming serve, the flat, penetrating forehand, and her aggressive court positioning, are tailor-made for the turf. If she continues to manage her physical recovery and maintain this level of aggressive clarity, she is undoubtedly going to be the player that absolutely no one, not even the top seeds, wants to face in the early rounds at the All-England Club. She has resurrected her career in the most spectacular fashion, and her journey this summer is going to be incredibly compelling to follow. For Alexandra Eala, today has been another monumental stepping stone in what promises to be a historic career. The young Filipina is no longer just a prospect. She is a present-day reality, a bona fide threat to the established order of the WTA Tour. What we have analyzed today is her remarkable ability to adapt, to absorb power, and to implement complex tactical game plans against much more experienced opponents. Eala's movement on the grass is exceptional. Her left-handed spin creates unique challenges, and her mental toughness, her absolute refusal to back down in high-pressure moments, is the hallmark of a future Grand Slam contender. She is carrying the flag for Philippines and for Southeast Asian tennis with incredible grace and terrifying skill. As she continues her preparation for Wimbledon, the rest of the tour is officially on notice. Eala is not here just to participate. She is here to conquer. We want to thank every single one of you for tuning into this live, deep dive broadcast. The landscape of women's tennis is shifting right before our eyes, and the Berlin Open is proving once again to be the ultimate proving ground for the sport's greatest gladiators. The road to Wimbledon is paved with unpredictable twists, stunning upsets, and matches just like this one that leave us utterly breathless. Keep your eyes on the rankings, keep your eyes on the draws, and most importantly, keep your eyes on these two phenomenal athletes as they continue their summer campaigns. Thank you for joining us for this exclusive analysis. Stay passionate about the sport. Keep supporting incredible tennis, and we will see you for the next massive breakdown on the tour. Farewell, and enjoy the rest of the season.